The strange thing about that week wasn't the argument. It was the lack of one. My husband had been away on a work trip for 4 days. The house felt too quiet without him, but quiet in a normal way. The baby's breathing through the monitor, the hum of the refrigerator downstairs, the soft rhythm of ordinary life. His mother came by that afternoon with the same brisk energy she always carried, like she was entering a house she partly owned. In the kitchen warming a bottle when she said it, not angrily, not even carefully. You and the baby should move downstairs," she told me, glancing toward the hallway that led to the master bedroom. "My daughter needs the master bedroom for a while." For a moment I thought I had misunderstood. "Guest room downstairs is perfectly fine," she continued, already explaining something she had clearly decided. "She needs more space. You're home most of the day anyway." The baby shifted in my arms. I waited for the part where she said it was temporary, or a joke, or that she had discussed it with my husband. None of that came. Instead, she added, almost gently, "It just makes more sense this way." Remember studying her face. Not angry, not apologetic, just certain. I could have argued. The words were right there. "This is my home too. My husband would never agree. You can't make that decision." But something about the calm certainty in her voice stopped me. So I said nothing. The conversation drifted away from the subject as if it had already been settled. 2 days later, I went grocery shopping. Wasn't a long trip. Just diapers, fruit, a few things we had run out of. The baby slept most of the ride home. When I walked upstairs and tried the bedroom door, the key wouldn't turn. At first I thought the lock was broken. Then I noticed the metal was different, brighter, new. I stood there holding the grocery bags, the baby carrier balanced against my leg, staring at the door. The lock had been replaced. I knocked once. My sister-in-law opened the door a few seconds later, standing inside the room that had been mine for 2 years. "Oh," she said, a little awkwardly. "Mom didn't tell you?" She didn't look cruel, just comfortable. The bed was already rearranged behind her. I didn't argue, carried the groceries downstairs and slowly moved what I needed into the guest room. The crib went beside the bed, drawers of clothes, the baby's blankets. The rest stayed upstairs. That night, while the house was quiet, I lay awake listening to the baby breathe and wondered if silence was strength or surrender. I told myself it didn't matter yet, because my husband would be home in 2 days. By the time he returned, the new arrangement had settled into the house like it had always been there. My mother-in-law walked through the rooms with the ease of someone whose decisions had gone unchallenged. My sister-in-law stayed upstairs. I stayed downstairs. When my husband walked through the front door that evening, he looked tired but relieved to be home. He hugged the baby first, then me. Took him less than 5 minutes to notice something was wrong. "Why are your clothes in the guest room?" rushed the explanation. I told him exactly what happened, the conversation in the kitchen, the suggestion that became a decision, the shopping trip, the new lock. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't accuse anyone. I just told him. He listened without interrupting. Then he walked upstairs. I followed slowly, the baby resting against my shoulder. At the end of the hallway, he tried the bedroom door. Didn't fit. He stood there for a moment, staring at the lock like it was something unfamiliar. In the living room behind us, his mother and sister had both gone quiet. He turned around. "Who changed the lock?" he asked. The question hung in the air longer than it should have. His mother finally spoke. "We just thought it made more sense for." Raise his voice. But he didn't let the sentence finish either. "This is my wife's room," he said, not loudly, just clearly. His mother looked stunned, like the ground had shifted under a decision she thought was permanent. No one argued after that. The lock was removed that night. My things went back upstairs. The next morning, there was no apology, no dramatic scene, no victory speech waiting for me at the end of it. Just the quiet understanding that something important had changed. Slept in my own bed again that night, the baby's crib beside it. Downstairs, the house was silent, and for the first time all week, felt like my home again.